guys, I hope you're doing well. I am trying out 2 new things right now with you guys. First off, I have a mic here. Just seeing if that'll help. I've had some problems, especially the last video I just posted. Multiple people seem to have problems with the audio, which is odd because the audio comes through just fine on my end, about at the normal level of all of mine. I know some of mine can tend to be low, and I can tend to talk quietly. And so I thought, you know what about trying just a little clip-on mic here? Hopefully that wasn't super loud, that plugs into my phone. And maybe at least for the outside ones, that'll really help with the wind noise and stuff. We shall see. This is the test, right? And the other thing is I have an app that will let me flip my phone around so that I can say hi and then flip it around and show you guys stuff. If you've watched very many of my videos, you know that I don't like editing videos at all. And so I try and do everything in one take. And if it's multiple takes, that's usually because I had to turn the camera around or go move it somewhere. And so anyways, we're gonna flip around here and I'm gonna walk through some of the blooming succulents that I walked through with that first video and see how the sound compares with this mic, and just kind of do a little bit of a duplicate. And I got a lot of questions about the names. I obviously didn't mention names on all of them. So here we go for a little, let's see if I can find the button now. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Yay. Oops. My finger's in the way. Gotta move it. All right. So this is the first bed with succulents. I actually have another bed or 2 that I haven't shown that have just, herbs and other things in them. But this is the first bed with succulents. My hubby was weed eating around these, so they got kind of strewn with grass, some of them. So this is a Pacific Blazing Star, Sempervivum. Blooming. And it's a beautiful red color. And then these Magnificum are going to be blooming fairly shortly. I really love the coloring on these. I think they're just beautiful. And that's a lady's mantle there, not a succulent, obviously. These guys are Virgil. This is a Creeping Thyme. And then these ones that were blooming, they were a little bit more, they're kind of closing up, and these buds are coming open. I just deadheaded them. These guys are Delosperma. They're called lavender something. Let's see if I wrote it here. Yeah, lavender. That's all I have here. So anyways, a lavender type. And these are Dragon's Blood Sedum, and they're going to be blooming. They're actually kind of pretty when they're blooming, I think. And this guy is a another Delosperma. Granita Raspberry is the name on this one. And they're kind of closing up for the end of the day here. But they were really pretty. And then there's a couple more random Sempervivum in there. Not sure what those were that are blooming. And this bed is mostly herbs and bulbs and poppies and things like that. And so I've moved a few things around, added a little bit of dirt. This whole bed had settled, so I added a little bit of dirt in and had to kind of pull a few of them up a little bit higher. These are Forest Frost. And these are, some of them are Tectorum. I forget which variety these little pink ones are, but they have some pretty flowers. Another Creeping Thyme. And then this sedum here is all Cherry Tart, I believe it's called. And a cluster of Shirley's Joy, which they're just full of blooms, but they're not quite. Oh, there's one that's open. Isn't that pretty? It's just interesting. And they got pink. Oh, here's another one that's the centers are opening. It's kind of shady though on this side. Maybe this one. There we go. That's a nice one. And these Cape Blanco sedum are pretty much done blooming for now. There's a Candy Floss right over there blooming. Alrighty. Probably should have started out with a shorter video, because if the sound is awful, then I just did this whole thing for no reason. Oh well. These Pekingese. I just love the lime. So these are Pekingese sempervivum, and they have these little bright lime, almost neon fluorescent colored rosettes, and then the pink flowers, which I think are wonderful. And these guys are Firebird, both of them. The rock's kind of shading a little bit, but they get really beautiful coloring and still have pretty coloring. Multiple sedum here. I think these are those are mostly sun sparkler, like lime zinger and lime twister and things like that. This guy is a rock knoll rosette sempervivum, and they just stay. And there's another one under here. Actually, that is a different one, I think. I'll have to... I took pictures of tags when I planted them all, because I put the tags in them, but the plastic tags only last a couple years, and then they just start disintegrating and crumbling, and you can't either the ink wipes off of them, depending, or you know, the sun kind of burns the ink off of them, so you can't read it, bleaches them, or else the tags just disintegrate. And so I had metal tags like this on all of these, either up above or pinned down below, but the deer dug so much up that some of the tags are just gone. So I'm glad I took photos when I planted them of where the tags were, or which plant was where. And this guy just got buried again. I think that's the cats to blame. And I dug him most of the way out, but he's about done with the blooms, but got quite a few new little pups on it, so it should do well. And then these guys, I don't know what kind these were. I threw them in here last minute. I think they were just some that were left over that I didn't sell last year, which now I'm glad that I didn't sell them last year, because they're all going to seed. Although they may be going to seed because they had a rough winter and were dug up. So you can still see this one was kind of dug around. I got to fill in with some more dirt here. And then this guy, I don't have a tag on him, and I always forget. It's called Blue. I'll try and put it in the description box. I put it in the comment section of the first video, but it is just this beautiful, beautiful blue color. And it's another sun sparkler sedum. There's only 1 or 2 blue ones that they have in the sun sparkler sedums that are blue, and so it's one of those 2 if you look it up, if I forget to put it in the description, but hopefully I won't. Okay. And if I do, someone can just holler at me in the comments. Then we have lavender here, and we will come look at these beds really quick. I'm not going to say all of the names of all of the ones in these planter boxes here, because the video will just go on way too long. But for those, for everyone that was having such a hard time hearing on the video I just posted a couple days ago, hopefully this one will come through a lot better. The lavender and old lace here is gonna bloom, and I don't know what color blooms those have. I'm pretty sure they're pink, but mine haven't bloomed yet. And the Lewisia is all the flower. It flowered beautifully, and then they die back, and then now more are all coming out. And this Lewisia is also, but now this cluster here is gonna, these are Blue Boy sempervivum, and a lot of these are gonna, I think these are all Pruhonis. Yeah. These are gonna bloom here. Yeah, these are Blue Boys as well. And I think they have light pink blooms. These Chinese dunce caps are just going nuts. Last year I had a very, very tiny pot that I acquired that was probably, well, you know, maybe this much here. and I grew it to a good 6-inch pot or so over the summer, and then when I brought it in the house, it got put back in the garage somehow and got pots piled on top of it and just totally smashed the entire thing, and it was dead by the time I found it. Just dead. Well, there was 2 tiny little pups, you know, about this size, and I tried to resurrect them, but I wasn't able to. Hiya, big boy. What'd you think? You gonna step on all Mom's plants? Yeah? Oh, you think so, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, move your feet. Get over here. Oh, you think so? He's a sassy one. He loves to play and gripe and complain. He was a runt that was very, very sick when we got him. He had seizures and he was about 7 weeks old and weighed about 8 ounces. He came home in the shirt pocket, his whole body, only his head poking out. Came home in the front shirt pocket of my husband's shirt, and he should have been about 3 times that size. And so he kind of thinks he's a person sometimes because he didn't get raised with a bunch of siblings and stuff because his mom ran off. But anyways, back to the dunce caps. I figured out what my mistake was even before, because they just didn't thrive. But I was treating them a lot more like an echeveria instead of treating them like a sempervivum. And they want to be treated like a sempervivum. They like to be outside. They like the cold weather. They like all of that. So now that I know that they're doing so much better, and I am so anxious to see how much they spread and how they do over the winter. I'll probably still bring, you know, 1 cluster in just to make sure they survive, but leave some good clusters out. And once I realized that and poked the few that I had outside, it was just too late. But these guys are really taking off, and I have another big pot that my dear friend sent me, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna plop them out here with these guys. Alrighty, some more cherry tart sedum there, sun sparkler, adelosperma. That one's a yellow one, I believe. And these guys are just portulaca. We call them moss roses. And we're getting into herbs. All right. Let me know how this works for everyone, because I can't tell from my end. Like I said, the video I posted just a few days ago, the sound sounds just normal on my end. And so, yeah, obviously I won't post this if it's obviously bad on my end, the sound. But please do let me know if you were one that had trouble with sound ever, if this is better in general, or at least compared to the other outside videos that I've done. And I will talk to you soon. Hopefully this mic helps and it can be implemented in all of my videos, because I know I often talk really quiet. I am purposely talking a little bit louder because I'm outside, and I know the last one was so quiet, but if I'm not consciously thinking about talking, I always talk a lot softer, and I know it can be hard to hear. So hopefully this little mic will do the trick for now. All right, you guys, I will talk to you soon. I hope you are all well and happy growing.